she is here. I have my hands on the new Natasha Denona Roxa palette. I ordered it when it launched at Sephora. It came like 2 days later, literally today, and I had to film with it. I love purple, and if you're not new here, you know how much I love purple. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. My name's Lauren, and I would really love if you hit that subscribe button and help me grow my little channel together. I'd really appreciate that. But that's not why you're here. You are here for the same reason I am here, to talk about the new Natasha Denona Roxa palette. First off, this is actually kind of cool. It's like, there's like a little bit of like a green sheen on this cover. Like, I'm not sure if the camera is gonna pick that up, but it's kind of cool. It's like the reflect is like greenish. Very, very cool. But again, that's not even the important part. What's important is what's on the inside, right? It's what's on the inside is what counts, especially when it comes to eyeshadow palettes. And this is the Roxa palette. Now this is her midi palette, so it retails for $69. And I have already swatched it, and I can tell you, it is purple. She is purple, and I love her, and I want to put her on my face, which is exactly what we're gonna do. But this is the palette that we will be working with today, and we're gonna be doing, again, swatches. We're gonna be doing one look today, and then we're gonna talk about if I think this palette is worth $69. Now, I do have a bit of a bias for Natasha Denona's products. I really like her eyeshadow formula. It works really well for me. It's really easy to blend out. I really like her color pigmentation. I like that I don't have to deal with a lot of fallout with her shadows. They just are very high quality in my opinion. So we are gonna hopefully get the same results as I get from her previous palettes, which is love the formula, but you never know. Sometimes brands like to switch things up and surprise us all. Sometimes it's a good surprise, sometimes it's not. So hopefully this is not a surprise. I can tell you the swatches just like made me even more excited. So let's get into the swatches. Let me show you what the swatches look like, and then we're gonna do a look, and let's get into it. Okay, here we go with the swatches. I'm so excited. First up is Dixie, Jacaranda, which is a type of flower, I believe. Ooh, that's pretty. Flutter, Phoebe, Regal, we have Eclipse, Stargirl. I'm gonna save Bolt for last. But then we have Heather, and Cerise. I believe that's Cerise. Sweet Pea, Concord, Velour, Brink, Orchid, and then let's do Bolt. Ooh, very pretty. So here is the palette swatched. Very purple. We've got some more magenta leaning purples in here as well. A couple fairly dark colors. So let's do a look with this. It's hard for me to decide what color to start with because I do want to touch all of them. Now, if you want to see me do more looks, just let me know in the comments below. Again, we're only going to do one for this video, but I will be playing with this all week. Trust me. But I think what I really want to start with is Jacaranda. So I think these are all the names of flowers, right? I'm pretty sure. But I'm gonna take Jacaranda and I am going to just fluff it out a little bit, as one does with eyeshadow, just around kind of the edges of my eye. Now, I made the mistake of taking a nap today. For some reason, that always makes my eyes like a little bit more wrinkly. Is that a thing? Look, I'm in my mid-30s. Wrinkles are a thing of nature and I am totally okay with them. But sometimes when I'm applying makeup, they kind of get in the way. Oh, this is such a pretty purple. Now we have 2 dark purples in this palette. Do I wish there was a couple more darker colors? No, I don't think so. If you watch my Ensley Rain review, you'll know that one thing that I had to say was there's too many dark colors and there wasn't enough more kind of like neutral, lighter colors for me to do some like transitions with, you know? So I feel like if I say, yes, I want more darker colors, it's like, make up your mind, Lauren. And you know, typically what I do when I do just one look is sometimes I'll just do it on this eye and then I'll do the second eye kind of off camera so you're not waiting around too long. But if you would prefer to see like the entire look from start to finish, let me know. My channel is still growing. We're very small here, but I'd like to get people's feedback on what they like to see when they watch makeup reviews. But I think that's good. Okay, next I do want to play with Orchid. So I'm gonna layer Orchid in kind of, I think, in between the Jacaranda, the Jacaranda color. So let's see how well these like will layer on top of each other. Okay, that is a really beautiful color. I'm gonna go into Sweet Pea right here and just kind of blend out the edges of the colors we just laid down and give a little more color up here. Ooh, okay, and I'm having a hard time deciding what shimmer I want to use because they were all really pretty, but I just thought Bolt was so unique. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into Bolt. I'm gonna just use my finger. It is the best tool for applying shimmers, normally, not always. But Bolt is so cool. It's 2 very different colors. So let's see how it lays down on the eyes. Okay, it's a good mix of the 2 colors, definitely. And I want to go into Velour down here and put that color underneath my waterline. Time for some eyeliner and mascara, and then we're going to come back and evaluate our thoughts on the final look. Eyeliner and mascara has been applied. This is the final look. I would love to get your feedback on this. What do you think? Is it purple enough? I'm going to say yes. Also, I just want to talk about purple for a second, small detour, but I have the lip glow from Dior in, what are you? Pink Lilac. It's Pink Lilac. It's supposed to be purple. This does not deliver purple. When I hear lilac, I want some semblance of purple. Let me show you. It's pink. It's pink. This does not deliver on the purple. This delivers on the purple, okay? When you say purple, I want purple. I want those deep, bold purples. I want the mauve purples. I want the shimmers with a little bit of purple. I want purple. I want to know it's purple. And I feel like the Roxa palette actually delivers in that, okay? First off, let's talk about this look. I love it. We used quite a few of the shades in the palette, and it is definitely true to the traditional Natasha Denona formula, which is great. Easy to blend out, pigmented, just easy to work with, which is really, really nice, especially when you're dealing with an expensive palette like this. You want it to be easy. Sometimes you don't want to have to sit there and figure out your look for like 45 minutes, which has happened to me before. It happens, it's fine. But you don't always want that, like especially when it's a high quality like this. It's nice when it's just so easy to apply and performs beautifully. I really, really enjoy using her formula, and this palette was no different. It was just such a amazing, such a treat. It's such a good formula. I love it. But let's talk about the color story. Let's talk about everything else. Fallout, I didn't experience any fallout actually, which is pretty impressive. So no fallout. Again, I found that every single color that we used blended out really easily, including the darker colors. We only used one shimmer, which is the Bolt color, which I think is a really cool color. Now, I am definitely more interested in the Concord color because that one just has more purple in the shimmer, but this one just grabbed my attention. Yes, I love when brands do like the duality of the shadow in there, and it's all like mixed together, and I don't know, I just love it. I love it. So it's a beautiful palette. I think it's very cohesive. You have all different shades of purple in here. There's quite a range, which I really like. Again, we talk about the more traditional like grape purple in here, and then you have the more mauvey undertone, a little more on the pinkier side of the purple spectrum, and then you have some light just ballerina pinks as well in there. So you have a little bit of everything in here. I think it's a great variety of purples. It's the entirety of the purple spectrum. So I think this is just a beautiful palette. I think it was put together beautifully. I think it's very cohesive. When I first mentioned, do I want darker colors? I think for my personal preference, the two in here was perfect. I think anything darker, I mean, maybe like a black that was a black purple would have been kind of cool. I could have seen that. But other than that, I think this is exactly what I like in a palette, especially the color stories that I really prefer. Something that has a couple darker colors, but it's more mid-tone, lighter, and just still being very pigmented, you know? It might be like not as dark, but it still packs a punch. And I feel like these purples really do pack a punch. So I am obviously a big fan. Again, I am a purple lover and a Natasha Denona lover, so it had kind of a couple steps up in my book already, and it just performed so well. So I'm gonna say this is definitely worth the money. I really enjoy this palette. I'm glad I have my little hands on it. But I would love to know your thoughts. Did you pick up this palette? Are you planning on picking up this palette? You definitely have to be a purple lover. So if you're not a fan of purple, this is not the palette for you. But if you are, or if you want to try something new, yeah, it's a good palette. I really like it. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!